one big thing.
As the NCAA tournament was tipping off Thursday, like at the exact same time, Indiana was firing Tom Crean. Given the way the season began with wins over a couple of teams who ended up as one seeds in Kansas and North Carolina, few imagined an NIT berth at the end of the season, but that's where the Hoosiers ended up. Then Indiana lied about why they didn't want to host the NIT game against Georgia Tech, saying there was a building conflict before admitting they didn't want Assembly Hall being devalued by hosting such a game. The horror. Now, it's easy for me to point out from afar that Crean was the Big Ten Coach of the Year last year when they won the regular season title, that then they lost Yogi Ferrell, Troy Williams left early for the NBA draft, and they had significant injury losses this season as well. But none of that matters if Indiana has decided they aspire to be more. I get it, you're Indiana. But what does that really mean in 2017? You'll remember Crean inherited a mess left by his predecessor, Kelvin Sampson. He had to navigate around sanctions, and IU fans understood that and offered tremendous support initially. But frustration grew with the team ping-ponging back and forth from the top of the league to the back of the pack, and Crean never got the Hoosiers beyond the Sweet 16. I understand why Indiana aspires to more than that given the banners that hang in Assembly Hall. It is a powerful past. But that last title was 30 years ago. The last Final Four was 15 years ago, and Mike Davis was the coach. So who's the guy that's going to get you back there? If the list is, say, Steve Alford, Tony Bennett, Archie Miller, Greg Marshall, that's a pretty good start to a really good list. Alford's family, and that has to be appealing. Based on the chatter I have heard for a while, that would be my guess. But if it's not, Miller or Marshall have proven that they can certainly succeed without all the bells and whistles that IU offers. I don't think Bennett would take it, nor do I think the dream of Brad Stevens coming back to college is a reality either. So if you can bring a Hoosier home, get back to those roots, that would have to please those who supported Crean but never really let themselves love him. As their athletic director, Fred Glass, said, quote, "We seek more consistent high levels of success and we will not shy away from our expectations," close quote. Nor should you. Just keep in mind that if it's Alford that you bring home, he's never made it past the Sweet 16 either, but he's one of your own, right? That doesn't change the fact that winning enough to please a fan base is really hard to do. Maybe even at Indiana. Maybe even especially at Indiana. Thanks for watching. If you want more great content, be sure to subscribe to ESPN's YouTube channel so you'll always stay up to date on all things SVP. Which sounds awesome. You don't want to miss out.